And then Duryodhana is sitting and worrying to himself. What should I do? What message should I send? Duryodhana, it's not Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra also doesn't want to give any kingdom to these people. Dhritarashtra also does not want to share anything with Pandavas. He wants his son to be the emperor for the entire Bharatavarsha. Right? So then he comes up with a very, very tactical plan, and he calls upon Sanjaya. Sanjaya is one of the advisors to the Hastinapura kingdom, to the king of Hastinapura. He is a very, very learned person, a balanced and calm person, composed person. He calls Sanjaya and he sends a message to Upaplavyam through Sanjaya. Then now the scene shifts to Upaplavyam. Sanjaya goes and Sanjaya talks to Dharmaraja and rest of everybody, whoever is there in the court. So he gives his, he carries his blessings from the Dhritarashtra, and then he says, your uncle Dhritarashtra has sent a message with so much of love and affection and care towards you. He loves you beyond words. He is so extremely happy and delighted to get a word from you that you guys are safe and secure, hale and healthy after the 12 years of Aranyavasa and Ajnatavasa. He asked me to send my special, give his special blessings to Dharmaraja. And he recounts Dharmaraja so much when it comes to the righteousness of Dharmaraja. He always praises Dharmaraja, saying that Dharmaraja is someone with no enemies at all. So Dharmaraja never gets angry. And another name for Dharmaraja is Ajatashatru, means someone whose enemy is not born. There is no enemy in the world. There is no enemy to Dharmaraja. And he wants, yes.
Technically, isn't Duryodhana his enemy?
That is what Dhritarashtra is trying to frame, right? He is putting one second. Duryodhana is still not an enemy to Dharmaraja. Dharmaraja doesn't consider Duryodhana as his enemy. He doesn't want to fight out with Duryodhana, right? Duryodhana is considered as enemy by Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula and Sahadeva, but by Dharmaraja, he is like, he is my cousin, let me give him another opportunity, let me see if he changes. That is the kind of attitude that Dharmaraja is having.
Oh, what about Duryodhana?
Duryodhana thinks that considers them as enemies.
But
hold on a second, Atharva, wait a second.
Oh, so he does not have any.
Dharmaraja doesn't have an enemy.
Okay, then okay.
Yeah, Atharva, go on.
What about Adharmaraja?
Adharmaraja? I never. There is no one. Adharmaraju is probably Dhritarashtra, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Duryodhana.
Duryodhana has a lot of enemies. Duryodhana's enemies are all the 5 of Pandavas.
And all the people. And Bhima.
Of course, 5 Pandavas includes Bhima.
Bhishma.
Bhishma is their grandfather. He's not his enemy, but he thinks that he always talks in favor of Pandavas and he doesn't like that. Okay? Okay. Coming back. Then Sanjaya goes on to convey the message, convey rest of the message. He tells to Dharmaraja that your father, Dhritarashtra, wants you to have that title of Ajatasatru for rest of your life. He doesn't want you to be known for any kind of war, destruction or anything. You are embodiment of dharma. You are an embodiment of peace. You are always looking for the prosperity of everybody. What will you do with this kingdom anyways? It doesn't mean anything to you. Whether you are in the kingdom on a throne, or whether you are in the aranya, your way of life or your nothing. It's not different for you. You have always treated riches and poor the same way. You were never very happy when you were wealthy, and you were never very sad when you are not wealthy. So it doesn't mean anything to you. Why do you even want a physical asset called kingdom? It doesn't mean anything to you. It is equivalent to the dust on your feet for you. You're so enormous in stature, you're so big in your heart that it doesn't mean anything to you. Let your cousins have that nasty empire or whatever it is. Why do you want to have? And you lead a peaceful life. Go listen to Vedas, do this yagna, yaga, everything, and get a good name and fame for yourself. That is what your uncle Dhritarashtra is wishing for you. So, what does this mean?
Me or
Whoever it is.
the happiness of his brothers.
Correct. Which brothers?
He
Pandavas.
No.
he wants
Bhima.
No.
he wants
You did not get the message correctly. Wait.
Duryodhana.
Wait.
He's trying to convince Dharmaraja so Duryodhana can be happy.
Correct. That's exactly correct. Is that the same answer everybody wanted to give?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a message wrapped in
Sugarcoat.
this is a sugar coated message. Perfect. That's correct. It's a sugar coated message, and inside it is a very bitter thing that he's trying to convey. He's telling the Dharmaraja that they're not willing to give them any kind of kingdom back, and he should be happy. Nevertheless, he should be happy. Happy with what? Happy with staying in the Aranyas.
If Dhritarashtra was not that convinced to invite the Pandavas to the game of dice, why isn't he willing to give?
Dhritarashtra, by hook or crook, by whatever means, wants his son to have the kingdom. Whether it is through game of dice or whether it is through some other means, he doesn't care. He wants the happiness of Duryodhana. That's all Dhritarashtra cares about. And that is what he's striving towards. Okay. So now Sanjaya conveys this message. Sanjaya conveys the message that, okay, you don't ask for the kingdom. So if you have to put it in a plain statement, nothing giving, we are not giving anything. But they are wrapping it in such a way that if you ask for kingdom, you will gain bad name. Why do you want to gain the bad name? You have the good name of, okay, Dharmaraja is so peaceful, so calm, so quiet. He is always wishing for others' prosperity. So get that kind of name and fame for yourself. Don't go behind this kingdom and everything. So with that said, the Sanjaya Rayabharam ends. Sanjaya goes back.